Peace and prosperity, family. Shalom Bataya. So today we're going to do a quick deep dive. And as you can see, I have a screenshot of the countdown guy, the Arab/Palestinian, whatever he is. Anyways, we're going to look at the stuff here because there's a lot to break down in this picture, but I'm not going to go too deep. So we're going to start off with trying to figure out what was he trying to tell us with this heavily coded thing where he said, game started, nobody can stop it. Okay, and then we're going to look at the numbers 111 and 88 because those are the numbers that stood out to me. And we also are going to break down the symbol that's to the left-hand corner of his face, which is the red and white umbrella symbol. And you guys are not going to believe where it took me. So without further ado, let's dive in. Okay, let's look at the number 88 in the Hebrew Strong Concordance, which means a both. And it means water skins or a place in the desert. Also, we're going to look at the word origin, which comes from Hebrew Strong's 178, which means medium, necromancer, spiritist, ghost, familiar spirit. A mumble, water skin, necromancer, bottle, familiar spirit. Why is this significant? We're about to find out. Let's continue to go on to the next number, 111. Okay, our next number is 111, and it's coming from the Hebrew word Adad, and Adad means an Edomite. And we're going to go to the word origin, which is Hadad, which is H2301. And looking at H2301 is the word Kadad, which means to be sharp, to be alert, to be keen, fierce, Kadad, an Ishmaelite. Okay, now we're going to go to the next one, which is 111 in the Greek. And 111 in the Greek means to be unlawful, forbidden, improper, abominable, unlawful thing, abominable, unlawful, illegal, shamefully wicked. Now we're going to look at the focus word here, which is illegal. Now let's continue to move on. Okay, so now we're going to be looking at the symbol that was also in the picture. And notice the number 144 at the top was the time on the clock when I took the screenshot. And it means perception, discernment, and to perceive. So we're going to continue to look at why he had this symbol next to his face, because, of course, we have in this picture, a lot of symbolism for hazards and, biochemical warfare, etc., things that are dealing with warfare or war. But the question is, why? Why would they use war for, such a thing? Why use that symbol? What is this man trying to tell us? And let's dive deep. So I went and looked up what this symbol could mean, and it says a red and white umbrella logo is most famously associated with the fictional Umbrella Corporation from the Resident Evil video game and movie franchise. Another well-known example is the Travelers Insurance logo, which features a simple red umbrella. Okay, and this is what led me down the rabbit hole. Okay, this is what led me down the rabbit hole. Of course, we know what the red and white umbrella in the Umbrella Corporation of Resident Evil was about. It has something to do with the corporation, with the dark side of the pharmaceutical companies, which use biochemical warfare and experimentation to, harm people, But what was it really about, though, when you really went down deep into that movie? It had something to do with property. And this is another reason why we're going to continue to dive deep. So let's continue to look at this. Okay, so Travelers Insurance. The Travelers logo is a simple classic red umbrella. The logo is highly recognizable and has been a long-standing symbol for the insurance company. It is often associated with the idea of protection and security, which aligns with the nature of insurance. So down here at the bottom, it says the Citibank logo, once incorporated a red umbrella derived from the Travelers logo as part of its merger with Travelers Group. Now, this is significant because what we're going to end up finding out when I did this deep dive is how they are connected. Okay, this is highly connected. Okay, so let's continue to dive deep. Okay, so I kept digging and I kept researching it, and I got to this, and it says, what is the story behind the Citi logo? And it says, in 1998, Citicorp and Travelers Group merged to create Citigroup, the largest financial company in the world. A new Citi logo was devised by Pentagram partner Paula Skur. Okay, so y'all know who Citigroup is, or Citicorp. They also own Citibank. Okay, and y'all, this stuff goes really, really deep. It's gonna all tie in together. You're gonna see what's going on, and how is this connected to the countdown guy, aka Arab, aka Palestinian dude that was doing the countdown. Okay, let's continue to dive deep. All right, going back to our deep dive here, I went ahead and had asked, who is Citibank owned by? And it says Citibank is owned by, guess who? Citigroup, specifically Citibank. NA is a subsidiary of Citigroup, Global Markets Holding Inc., which is ultimately owned by, guess who? Citigroup Inc. Citigroup is a publicly traded company, meaning it is owned by its shareholders, with major institutional investors like Vanguard, listen to these names, and BlackRock holding significant stakes. You guys do some deep dives on BlackRock and the Vanguard groups, okay? And you're gonna find out a lot of stuff. These people, BlackRock, Vanguard, I forget the other names, but I'll show it in a little bit. These people are family-oriented companies, and I'm talking about multi-billion-dollar companies that have been getting people's land, and it's all about property. And they hide this stuff behind banks and insurance company, but it's all about land, property, land. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so our next thing that we found going down this rabbit hole was the Travelers Company Incorporation, commonly known as Travelers, is an American multinational insurance company. It is the second largest writer of U.S. commercial property casualty insurance. I told y'all they hide it behind insurance. And the sixth largest writer of U.S. personal insurance through independent agents. Now catch the independent agents part. Y'all, they play y'all, but this is about property. They put the truth right there in your face, okay? Let's keep going. So our next question I asked was, what family owns Citibank? And it says, again, Citigroup, which is a public company owned collectively, listen at that, collectively, by its shareholders. So who are these shareholders? These shareholders are the Vanguard, BlackRock, State Street Corporation, and Berkshire Hathaway. Y'all, these are some big names and heavy hitters. And they are also multi-billion-dollar companies that are specialized in property and land. But like I told y'all before, they hide it behind different names like banks and insurance companies and even colleges and universities. This stuff go real deep, y'all. Let's keep going. Okay, so next on our list is finding out who is the CEO of Travelers. And his name is Alan, let me see if I can say this right, Schneitzer, Alan Schneitzer. Okay, and he's the chairman and chief executive officer of Traveler. Okay, and we're going to tie some stuff deep in with him too. So let's keep going. And remember the name Schneitzer.
Stars above, whisper soft, silent night, gentle glow, heart at ease, breath so slow, under sky, dreamy flow.
All right, what I just showed you in the previous clips was just a little bit of background about Alan Schneitzer. And I asked a few more questions, just talking to the Most High. I was like, Abba, please help me connect all this, and I was led to finding out about Schneitzer's properties. And like I told y'all before, this is family oriented. Okay, so it says, who is the owner of Schneitzer's properties? Jordan Schneitzer, which is the president and CEO of Schneitzer Properties, a family-owned commercial, listen at this, commercial real estate investment development company based in Portland, Oregon. Under his leadership, Schneitzer Properties has grown into one of the top 10 private real estate owners in the West. You guys, like I told y'all before, this is family owned businesses, multi-billion-dollar businesses. As you've seen before with Alan Schneitzer, his company Travelers, which is also part of Citigroup, which is also the owners of Citibank, which is where the red and white umbrella comes from. These people are multi-billion-dollar companies, okay? BlackRock, all of them. In this clip, I asked, was Alan Schneitzer and Jordan Schneitzer related? And look what popped up. You can't make this up. Jordan Schneitzer Family Foundation. Because I asked, was Alan Schneitzer and Jordan Schneitzer related? And this is what came up. All right, let's keep going. All right, so let's dig a little deeper. Let's see what the surname Schneitzer comes from or what it means. Schneitzer is a German name or German surname, often found in look at this, y'all, you can't make this up, often found in Jewish and German families. Jewish and German families. Now, what does Jewish and German have in common? They're the same people. But anyways, you guys got to go down those rabbit holes yourself. Okay? But let's continue to keep going. Okay, so is Schneitzer a German word? Of course. In German, Schneitzer means or can mean carver or wood carver. It can also refer to a blunder or slip up, which means small mistake or the little mistake. Now, going back to can mean carver or wood carver. The Most High was showing me some things, me and my sister Fancy, and he kept showing something about craftsman or woodwork, or anything with a workman, a craftsman, someone that is a builder or a craftsman, something like that. He kept showing us that, and now I'm starting to understand what he was trying to show us when he was showing us craftsman, carver or wood carver. Those are craftsmen, people that build things. Okay, let's continue to keep going. Remember when I told you that that the German and the Jewish were hand in hand? So this is what I found as well. Is Schneitzer a German name? Schneitzer name meaning German and Jewish, specifically Ashkenazi. Listen at it, y'all. Ashkenaz was the son of who? Japheth. You cannot make this up. All praises to the Most High. Okay, so let me get myself together here. Ashkenazic, okay? And in the word, you got Ashk, and then you have Nazi, German, Nazi, Ashkenazi Jews, or basically German Jews. All right, you guys. And it says occupational name for Middle High German Schneitzer, or wood cutter, carver, crossbow maker. You can't make this up. This is a craftsman. Okay? And remember earlier when I had highlighted in green pentagram in the first thing that we went down in this rabbit hole? You know what these people stand for. They're the serpent seed, the children of Hashatan. Okay? So let's keep going. Oh, and one more thing. Satan comes but to steal, kill, and to destroy. I just want to throw that in there. All right, let's keep going. So I went to the jordansneitzer.org website, and what you see here is a bunch of names that we all recognize. And this is who they hide all of their so-called property management or property stealing, property taking behind these big names that you see. There you go, Portland State University, and their company is operated out of Portland or Oregon. So you guys, you can't make this stuff up. Let's keep going. All right, I know you guys are probably wondering why I have the number 1975 from the Greek Strong Concordance sitting up here. Well, earlier, when we went down this rabbit hole, I had a clip up that had the number 1975 at the bottom, and the Most High prompted me with his set-apart spirit to highlight that, as you can see down here at the bottom. All right, let's jump right into this number. All right, 1975 in the Greek Strong Concordance means to journey over, to travel upon, come. To journey further, travel on, reach, journey to. If you guys pay attention, what is the name of the group or the CEO's company, Alan Schneitzer? What is the name of his group, his company? It's called Travelers. So what was our friend trying to tell us from the very beginning? I believe I know what our friend was trying to tell us. He said the game has started, nobody can stop it. What are they really doing over there in the so-called land of Palestine? The so-called Israel is doing with Palestine, and now you have the United States has gotten involved with all of this stuff, and Iran and all this stuff. Why? Because they're trying to occupy land over there, and the land that Trump is trying to occupy is Gaza. They are trying to steal these people land. And by people, these people, I can't say too much, so I'm going to let it go. Okay? I'm going to let it go. But you guys climb down these rabbit holes so you can see. But this is what this is about. This man is trying to let you know that they're taking their land. They're stealing land from these people. They're killing these people, and they're taking their land. Okay? That's what this is about. These big corporations and these very people that you Christians and some of our people who are Christians and caught in the sauce, y'all are supporting these so-called Ashkenazis, these so-called Jewish people, and they are nothing but murderers, plunderers, rapers of land. They run and take everything from everyone. All right? So with that said, all I'm asking you guys to do is take this back to the Most High. Let him reveal it to you, because this was illegally done. And basically what this man is trying to tell us is these people are stealing land from them. And that land is Gaza. And this is illegal, what they're doing. Because the very people that y'all are believing are the chosen children of the Most High Yahuwah. These people are not the people of Scripture. We are. And these very same people also occupy the lands that we're in. Okay? But anyways, without further ado, I'm going to ask you guys to take this back to the Most High. Let him reveal this to you. And with that said, peace and prosperity, family. Shalom Batayah.
Stars above, whisper soft, silent night, gentle glow, heart at ease, breath so slow, under sky, dreamy flow, cool breeze, night feels right, moonlight, cast shadows light, eyes closed, peace in sight, hidden worlds, take flight, starry night dreams, peaceful it seems, heart it beats, life Peaceful